Hey there. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and welcome to our little online event. This event is a glimpse into how you, as a beauty business, you've got an opportunity to leverage your existing customer base and increase your retention while positioning yourself as an expert in your field. It's also an opportunity to be a part of the shift that we're seeing in the image businesses across Australia that are starting to embrace beauty from the inside out. I'll kick this event off tonight and introduce myself. My name's Kiara. It's so good to have you here with us. And if you're watching the recording, that's awesome too. I'm a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company, and it's my huge passion to be sharing a little bit about the products and what we do with you all tonight. So I've been with the company for about 2.5 years, and in that time I've been on the products as well. I'm an actress, and so looking good on camera is actually super important to me. We all know that beauty starts from the inside out, and when I found out that there was a product that could help me deliver me most of the nutrition that I needed in a day in the form of a capsule, that really made sense to me, because when you're doing long days on set, often you don't get enough time to eat. If you do, you're often just drinking coffee or filling up on things to try and get through the day. So to know that there was something out there that could help me with my nutrition, it just made sense. I guess in the past, I'd always been one of those sick people. My mum sort of describes me as being a bit of a sickly child. I was sort of, if someone in another suburb would sneeze, I would catch it, I used to catch every bug that was going around. And in my 20s, I had a huge health crisis, and I can sort of, say that when you lose your health, that's when you understand how important it is. I can say that I'm really healthy now, but at that point I really understood how powerful it is to have good nutrition. And without your health, you really can't do any of the things that you want to do, whether it's to be a world famous actress or, the best hair stylist in the country, or, be the best mum that you can be with your little babies. So whatever your goals are, we can't do them if we don't have our health. So what is this amazing Juice Plus product that I'm talking about? Well, it's really simple. We have 3 products. We have a 4th product coming out very soon, but as we are right now, we have 3 products. We have fruit and vegetable capsules, we have chewies, and we have shakes. So the capsules look like this. This is the bottle. So we have our fruit, our vegetable, and our berry blend. And how do they get fruits and vegetables in a capsule? Well, it's really simple. Think about a cold pressed juice, for example. You go to, I don't know where you are in the world, but in Sydney here in Australia, there is some amazing juice bars that will charge you an arm and a leg for a cold pressed juice. Say $8 or $9 for a smoothie that'll have probably 4 or 5 different fruits and vegetables in it. What Juice Plus has done is that they've taken that concept of cold pressing, which means that all of your enzymes and nutrients are alive, which means the product is alive. And they have created a system where you can put up to 30 to 33 different fruits, vegetables, and berries into a vat. They press it down into sort of like a sludge, something that you wouldn't really want to taste, because they throw in the seeds and the core and all of the things that have all of the nutrition, and they make it into a sludge and they freeze dry it and they pop it into a vegan capsule. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that just makes perfect sense. If I can go and spend $9 on getting 5 or 6 different fruits and vegetables in a juice, and sometimes they don't taste very good, wouldn't it be nice if I could get all of those into a capsule and take them every single day? So that's the capsules. The second product that we have is a kid's version of the capsules, but they come in a chewy form. So a lot of mums out there, I know, have a lot of trouble getting their kids to eat enough fruits and vegetables. You know, I was reading a story about a lady earlier whose son actually had a disorder which caused him to gag when he would try to eat anything other than, I think it was like Vegemite on toast and a couple of other things that weren't so great for him. So we offer this product for free for any purchasing adult, which actually helps you know, children across the world to have amazing nutrition. And I just think that's amazing because, you know, where in the world can you get anything for free? You can barely go to the pub for dinner and get a free meal for your kids. So the kids can get it for up to 4 years with a paying adult. Third product that we have is our Magic Dust. This is our complete smoothie. So this is amazing if you are looking for something to have as a 3 p.m. snack instead of a second or third cup of coffee or a muffin or a bar of chocolate. It's also an amazing, amazing breakfast. So I have these every day for breakfast, and we have so many different recipes that you can use these incredible powders for. What did I come up with the other day? Salted caramel green smoothie. That was fantastic. There's really no limit. So those are just fantastic. They've got mushroom, quinoa, yucca, pomegranate, all sorts of different plant-based ingredients, as well as 5 plant-based proteins. They're a complete meal, which means they have the complete balance of carbohydrates, fats, and sugars and protein. So they're absolutely incredible. But I don't want this to be the Kiara show tonight. So I'm actually going to pass it over to Kate so she can share a little bit about her story on these incredible products. Thanks, Kate.
Thanks, Chi. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to share my story tonight, and I just wanted to say that I've been in the capsules now for about 18 months, and honestly, they have changed my life. They have been so amazing in getting me healthy again and getting my mindset right. So I first started taking the capsules, and I noticed within the first 4 weeks or so that I had a lot more energy, which was great for me. Suffering from depression and anxiety my whole life, energy was a big deal for me. I was always tired. I would sleep the day away. I would sleep all weekend for that matter. And yeah, it just wasn't a very good life to lead. So to have that energy straight away was just fabulous. But then my mood started improving as well, which was really, really just outstanding. I honestly didn't really expect them to do anything like that. And it just made me realize that good nutrition is so, so important, especially when it comes to your mental health. I have been on antidepressants since I was 18. So as a long-term user, I never saw the end and always thought that I would have to take them. I am still taking them now, but my dose has been significantly reduced or even halved. So just to know that I'm not putting as many chemicals into my body has just really just made me so much happier. And not only that, just being part of this community and the amazing women that lift you up has, you know, it's been just as important as the nutrition. And, you know, a year ago, I wouldn't be able to look you in the eye, let alone speak on a video call. So it's just, yeah, all around it's just been absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'll hand it back to you, Chi. Thank you.
Don't you just love her? She's just great. That's just the best thing to hear, that, you know, just a year ago, and I remember that girl. I loved that girl too, and I love this one just as much. And it's just so awesome to see you expanding and growing in that way. And, you know, the stories of health are really incredible. It's really, I never get tired of hearing what these amazing products do for people. And, you know, I know they have done so much for me, and you know, I'm so grateful to my friend Candy, who's on this call, who introduced me to these products, because they've been such a game changer in my life. And that brings me to the part of the call where I get to sort of briefly share with you the mission behind these incredible products and why we're here. Our team's growing and we're looking for more little wellness warriors to get out there in the world and share these incredible products. And the great thing about how we do this business is that it comes really, really naturally. Think about when you have an awesome meal at a restaurant, you tell your friends, or when you go and have an awesome haircut, or you know an amazing hairstylist. What do? You tell your friends. That's what we do. We passionately share these experiences that we have because we are passionate about it, because we know that if they've changed our lives, perhaps they can change someone else's. And I guess to share, when I came across this sort of business, I didn't really understand it. You know, I come from a traditional business background. It wasn't something I'd ever seen before. You know, as an employee, I'd worked in retail and done all those sorts of things in hospitality, and I was kind of used to being told when to do what to do and when I should take my breaks, and if I could take holidays, had to ask to take holidays and all of those things, and it all just felt super restrictive, which I didn't really like that. And I also tried owning my own business for a while, and to kind of get away from all that restriction, I thought that would be the answer. And unfortunately, that meant that I was just even more busy and had even more pressure, and all of the bills were then on me. And it sort of just felt like I couldn't get ahead. And, you know, like I said, as an actress, I have dreams and goals and things that I want to achieve. And I really just felt like I was stuck in a system that didn't serve me and wasn't about me. I just felt like I was making someone else's dreams come true. So when I came across this business, or when Candy shared it with me, I saw an opportunity for me to take what I'd learned through my own journey of difficulty with health, and just the common sense of it as well, of, you know, this is really simple stuff, guys. We all know we need to eat more fruits and vegetables, and we all know we're not getting enough. Even on your best day, you know, today I've had a pretty good day. I've had salad for dinner and avocado toast for lunch, and I had a smoothie for breakfast, but I still only had probably 4 or 5 servings max. And I didn't get a full variety. Imagine getting 30 of different varieties every single day. You know, there are things in these products like acerola cherries, which I'd never heard of before Juice Plus. So the idea of sharing something that I understood and that I was passionate about, it just really excited me. And even though I was kind of working 3 jobs at the time and I didn't really have any time for anything else, I knew that if I didn't change something, that in another 3 years or 5 years, I was going to be in exactly the same place. And that absolutely terrified me. And I had a lot of questions, you know, obviously, because it's such a new concept. You know, how do you get paid by sharing a product? All you need to do is get your questions answered, is find the person who invited you to this call and get them to answer your questions. But what I loved most, and what I love most, and what I fall in love with every single day, is that in this business, you cannot be successful unless you help other people, whether that's through the product or through helping another person in your team build an amazing business. And I don't know anywhere else in the world that encourages that kind of system. And I love that. I love that women work together. We have the most incredible tribe of women building, and I'm just so excited to see where it's headed. There's also no hard selling either. You know, we are in the business of being attractive. We attract people to what we do. We never force anyone to do anything. We live our highest values, we live in our truth, and we live our joy, and we attract people to us who are interested and excited and think, hey, maybe that's something I could do too. And it's a responsibility to share that, because when you know that this could change someone's life, you just naturally want to share it. So I'm going to pass it over to Claire Bear now. She's going to share a little bit more in as well as the product, but also of how the business has changed her life and how she got into it, because we've spoken a lot about health and about the product, but how does this relate to health and beauty? So I'll pass it over to you, Claire.
Thank you. Hey guys. So I'll start firstly with how I was introduced by the product. I actually I'm a hairstylist, so I have my own studio and clients. And I actually had a couple of clients, and they were like glowing really, and their hair was like just going crazy. And I just kept hearing like repetitively, like, like, what are you doing? Your hair is crazy. And they'd be like, oh, I'm taking Juice Plus. And then I was like, my first reaction was like, yeah, all right then. Like, I think that's a lot of people's first reaction. And then I met Kiara, and I actually met her at a really crazy time where I was getting really unwell. And it was just the stress of everything, of like you're having a business and making sure you're exercising, make sure you're eating the right foods. And really, I was just burning myself out. So Kiara told me about it a couple of times. And again, I thought I knew better and was like, yeah, okay, supplements, I'm sure that will just change my life, And then I actually got really unwell and ended up in hospital. And for me, working for myself and not having holiday pay, that was like, it was so stressful. And I see Kiara again, and she's like, all right, are you going to try this now? Or, and then so I did, and was in within like a week or 2 weeks. My energy levels were just extreme. Like I was like, all of a sudden I had this light bulb, and all this haze over my eyes were gone, which then in turn obviously helped with business, because I all of a sudden could see opportunities and I was more aware of everything around me. I then was like sending all of my clients to Kiara, and was like, you need to take these for your hair, and then I get a phone call saying, why are you not selling these? And I'm like, well, I know, just don't really want to sell supplements. She's like, oh, well, I'm making money off it. So, and then it dawned on me that I'm not actually selling supplements at all. I actually genuinely want my clients and the people around me to have this, because it's changed my life. And now I would say, at least like 50% of my clients, at least, and that's going to grow the more that I talk to my clients about it, on the product. And not only is their hair better, but their skin and their energy, and just even their well-being. So they have so much more energy and they're happy. So I think that's pretty much covering everything. Thank you.
And why? Yeah, that's awesome. And can you just share a little bit about Claire? That's amazing. I love how you share. But can you just share a little more about what made sense to you in terms of sharing the product, and why for you as a businesswoman it was a good idea, because you could choose anything, or you could do nothing else. So why did that excite you?
So for me, being in obviously an image company, it's really hard to deliver a whole service, meaning I can make someone feel great on the outside, and that's why I do my job. But they would come back in 6 weeks' time and they're still missing something. So for me, it just aligned perfectly, because I can make now people feel beautiful, literally from the inside to the out. They're glowing, but then they feel great. So it's like all of a sudden my service is almost like a finishing, and Juice Plus has like just added more purpose to my business. But also like I forget that I get paid for it, and at the end of the month I'm like, whoa, like so it also is then I can then use that to build my business, or my business, like it's aligning so well. And it's just almost like creating like a buffer for my own business. So for a businesswoman, that's amazing at the end of the month to forget that you're about to get an income for helping people, and all of a sudden having an amount in your bank account, like you completely forget you get paid for it. So that's why it makes sense, really.
Perfect. Thank you, darling. That's awesome. And I love it. I love that it's it is that simple. I love what you said. Like it almost does feel criminal to be getting paid to do this, because it is so natural. You do just want to tell everyone about it. It's and it's just beautiful that we get the opportunity to get a little bit of play money to come along with it. So I'm going to pass it over to Kel now. If you wouldn't mind taking yourself off mute, Miss Kel, is she here? There she is.
Hi guys, I just wanted to pop on tonight and share. I'm a few years down the road from Claire, but I did used to have my own salon, and in the very beginning I used to go into salons that weren't doing very well, and I used to manage them and build them up a bit, and make them a little bit more professional. And I used to make some salon owners really, really wealthy. And then I was like, this is really stupid. Why don't I do this for myself? I can do it all. I know exactly what to do. So off I trundled and opened my own business. And then I realized that I was there 7 days a week and I had staff to deal with. And, even when people cancelled, I still had to hang around and I still had to do the books at the end of the day. And there's so many things for me to do. And I did get my business to a point where I absolutely loved all the clients I had come in. So it wasn't the fact that I didn't like the people. I loved the people that I was looking after, and some of them are still buddies now. But it was just, it was just so much. It was every single day, and it was just totally encompassing my life. And my husband and I had decided that it was the time in our life where we wanted to start a family. And I said to him, I definitely cannot do being a mum and being a salon owner, because I can't do both of them with my heart, and I'm just not going to do a bad job of either. So we decided that we would sell up the business and we would leave. And even after I left and I'd had my first baby, I was getting so many phone calls that I used to actually drive 5 hours down the coast and spend 5 days there in a friend's salon renting a chair to service my clients that had missed me so much. And I think given the chance, I'd go again. But the things that I really love about Juice Plus, I so wish I had it for my business. I can't tell you how many days I had someone come in that was sick, or their kids were sick, or they were telling me that, they're having testing because they just couldn't find out what was wrong with them. And all these little things, eczema, psoriasis, little things that could have just been cleaned up with good nutrition. I feel like I could have helped so many more people. And it's just amazing what Juice Plus can do for you. Like, I spent thousands and thousands to set up my business. And then I had a business partner that did the wrong thing on me, so I had to pay her out as well. So I bought my business twice, and I earned it back twice, and I still made money off of it. And I look back and I think now, oh my goodness, if I could have been doing that and I would have had my residual income from showing my clients Juice Plus. And I'll tell you, if I knew of someone that could help any of my clients, I passed the details on, whether it was a counsellor, whether it was, a doctor, whatever I thought would help them at the time. I'll never forget a client that come in and told me she'd just booked in to have a double mastectomy. So I hunted down another friend I knew that worked in a lingerie store, and they were doing, a special thing run by the government to make these bras for women so they could feel like they had breasts again. And you do anything for your clients that you love. They're like your family, they're like your friends, and you want them to be well, and you want to take care of them. And the thousands and thousands I spent on that is nothing compared to starting a Juice Plus business. Like, honestly, to start your own franchise, it's $165. $165. It is so cheap. You cannot get a good haircut and color from a good stylist for that. Honestly, you don't have to be there 7 days a week for your Juice Plus business. You can shut the door and go home and say, I'm off the grid, guys. I'll see you when I'm back after the weekend. You don't have to pay staff to do Juice Plus. You don't have to do a letterbox drop. You don't have to have your face all over the community. You live your life. And like Kiara said, people are attracted to what you do. Like, the mums have said to me, why is your daughter the only kid still at school? 22 kids in the classroom, and my daughter's the only one that hasn't had a day off. You know why? Because she takes her Juice Plus. And all the other kids have coughed on her, and they've all sneezed on her. And I will admit, when our chews ran out, we had a bit of snot, but we were not down with the flu for days and days and days. And as much as I hate snot, we made it through. So if you're looking for something other than just doing the do and standing on your feet 12 to 14 hours a day with no lunch break, no wee break, and hanging ciggy and getting through the week to drink away the horror stories that you've heard, this is such an amazing vehicle. One, to help the people you care about. Two, to boost your own income. You cannot hairdress forever. You cannot stand on your feet your entire life and come out with a straight back and, normal arches in your feet. It's not humanly possible. So you need to start thinking about what you're going to do once you've had enough of hair, or, when it doesn't suit your life anymore. How many hours do you literally want to stand in that salon? And given the time you stand in that salon, you want your clients to be well and you want them to be happy. You want them to come in with beautiful flowing hair that you don't need to do a million things to before you can help them. So it would be an absolute no-brainer for me if I was kicking off again. And to be honest, I'm really tempted this week to do that. But I don't know. I'll have to talk to hubby. I'm being badgered and I don't know what to do. But if I had the chance, Juice Plus would be sitting in the back of my salon, and anyone that asked would be getting a free sample to try, because there's nothing better than healthy, happy people to be around.
So
you do
true.
The counsellor as a hairdresser, and to have a happy face, brighten up your day, there's nothing better. So I'll hand it back to you, Kiara.
Thanks, Cal. I just love that. So many points that you hit on. What is it? If it's not this, then what is it? What we all know that we need a little bit of a side hustle in this day and age. And if it's not this, then what's it going to be? Like I said, I had the same epiphany myself. If I don't do something now, what's my life going to look like in 3 years? It's going to look the same, only I'm going to look a little older and feel a little more tired. So, if not this, then what? It's a really important question to ask yourself, and it's just so inspiring to hear the stories from you beautiful women tonight. And I want to thank you all for sharing. Kel, Kate and Claire, thank you so much for sharing your stories tonight. And again, whoever's listening tonight and whoever's out there in the future listening to this call, get your questions answered. Sometimes I think in life we get opportunities, but we're too blockheaded to consider that it might actually be something. And I know I was that person. And Candy, again, who's on this call, she stuck by me and she stuck with me while I figured out my answers. I needed to get my answers for my questions. And there will be someone out there, whoever's invited you to this call, they will do that for you because they want this for you, because this really can change your life. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for listening, and have an awesome evening or day wherever you are.